Hey guys, welcome to The Strong Young Man. Everyone makes mistakes. We're all human. Some mistakes are small and can be swept under the rug, but some larger mistakes are more obvious and can cost you your life. When you make a mistake, big or small, there is a review that you need to conduct internally to ensure that you grow maximally from the experience. Here's how to do it. Firstly, admit the mistake. Admitting the error can be a hard pill to swallow. It is to admit there is an upper limit to our intelligence, our foresight, or our ability to plan. Being proud creatures, this can bruise our ego, especially if there are witnesses to the mistake and then your subsequent admission. Learn to conquer this tendency. Admitting the mistake will increase the level of admiration your peers have for you. Turn the potential for embarrassment into a means to generate respect. You are not perfect after all, and this will leave most people feeling better about themselves. Your mistake serves to remind people that you are human. If the people who hear you apologise are egotistical, this will leave them feeling even more certain about themselves. If you are the only witness to your mistake, admit it to yourself. It is doubly important for you to not lie to yourself. Lying to yourself covers up the mistake and shuts you off from the learning experience. Admit the mistake and apologise for your shortcomings. There are some caveats to this rule. You should never ever apologise for something that you aren't sorry for. Never apologise for something that you would do again. People have differing beliefs, and if someone is trying to get you to apologise for something that they believe you ought to be sorry for but you aren't, stand your ground. People aren't always going to see eye to eye, and this is okay. By apologising to someone in this circumstance, you are demonstrating that you care more about what other people think of you and less for yourself. Don't be like this. Never apologise for something that you didn't do. You are not noble for taking the blame for someone else. You are stupid. This could destroy you, especially if you're taking blame for someone else breaking the law. Don't unreservedly apologise when your actions cause damage accidentally, as it may not be your fault. A rash apology can be seen as an admission of guilt, and this could prove costly. Don't jump to conclusions before you've had time to analyse your role in a mistake. Don't rush to apologise or admit fault until you have allowed yourself time to process. It may benefit you to remain silent in these circumstances, even if you are at fault, a concept I covered as part of episode 13. Understand that admitting the mistake does not mean that you need to torture yourself over it. When you do admit the mistake, don't feel the need to broadcast it to the world. Don't overdo your apologies. When you make a mistake, make it clear that you accept responsibility and are accountable for any failures, and you quickly move on. Be immediately forthcoming about your errors, but limit the admission to the people who need to hear it. Your subsequent actions should demonstrate that you have learnt your lesson. When you promptly admit the error, you ensure that you are able to quickly move to the learning stage of the experience. Secondly, learn from the mistake. Explore all the possible lessons that you could learn from this mistake. Identify where you went wrong. Identify what you could do next time. Identify what not to do next time. What would you have done differently? Part of learning from the mistake is performing a root cause analysis of why the mistake happened. This is best done using a technique called the 5 whys. The 5 whys is an iterative interrogative technique used to explore the cause and effect relationships underlying a particular problem. To begin, you define the problem, and then you continuously ask why until you arrive at the root cause. Each answer forms the basis of the next question. Taking a car accident as an example of a mistake, we define the mistake as, I caused a car accident. Why? I failed to stop in time. Why? I was driving too fast. Why? I was late for work. Why? I woke up late. Why? I pressed snooze too many times. Why? I was tired. Why? I was up late last night. Why? I was watching too much Netflix. Note that this is an example of 8 iterations of this technique. It doesn't have to be 5, it could be more than 5 or less than 5, but it ends at the root cause. Not all problems have a single root cause. If you wish to uncover multiple root causes, this method must be repeated, asking a different sequence of questions each time. For example, I caused a car accident. Why? Because I failed to stop in time. Why? The tyres are beyond their useful service life. Why? I did not adhere to the maintenance schedule. The benefit to using this system is that you can uncover the root causes of the problems and implement corrective action to ensure the mistake is not repeated. Finally, never repeat the mistake. The final strategy to this technique is to implement corrective action and countermeasures to ensure the mistake is not repeated. This should be done at every iteration of the 5 whys. Continuing on with the car accident as an example, I failed to stop in time. Leave a safe distance between cars. I was driving too fast. Slow down. I was late for work. Leave for work earlier. I woke up late. Wake up earlier. I pressed snooze too many times. Move your alarm clock away from your bed. I was tired. Get a better quality sleep. I was up late last night. Go to bed earlier. I was watching too much Netflix. Don't watch Netflix after 10 p.m. You should implement all of these corrective actions such that every cause is fixed at a systemic level. See how many changes can be made from one mistake? Don't be blaming the car accident on external factors such as other idiots on the road. You can't change the behaviour of others, so don't waste time assigning blame to things outside of your control. This is a victim mentality. A strong man possesses an ownership mentality. You're in control of what you do, and hence you should focus on controlling your own behaviour so the mistake is not repeated. Have you utilised this method before? If not, spend some time reflecting and perform the root cause analysis on your past mistakes. Why wait for the next mistake when you can learn from your past errors right now? There are so many causes to past mistakes that you may have failed to fix. They are just waiting for the right circumstances to happen again. Reflection and corrective action will help you plug these holes in your game. According to Confucius, there are 3 methods by which we may learn wisdom: by reflection, which is noblest; by imitation, which is easiest; by experience, which is the bitterest. When making a mistake, you must be thirsty for information on why you made that mistake. Think of it as a mystery, and you're a detective. Understand that if you fail to complete this sequence when you make even a small mistake, you open yourself up to repeating this mistake in the future. You also open yourself up to the cascading effects that result from one small mistake. If you continuously follow this review, then after enough mistakes, you will live life with a greater stability because you'll make fewer and fewer mistakes as you build yourself up. Thanks for watching today's episode. In episode 55, I'll go through why fat people struggle to lose weight. Subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when it drops. Catch you then.